What is up? We are back with a new video, and today's video is about the Davids versus the Goliaths. Now today I queued into the random advances and happened to stumble upon this clan called WAFKS. They are ranked 20th on the global ranking system, and I am the only legionnaire in this team. That means I'm just the only guy that's not actually in their clan. I joined their Discord and found out that they were Japanese, and once we were queued in and we ran up against the current number one team on the server, which is the number one clan called Myth. Now they are ranked on the global rating system as number 2, but this is just by the clan rating system, which isn't really accurate. In all honesty, this clan is actually number 1 on the global map. They own the most provinces, they own the most gold. I think they rake in about 15,000 a day. So anyway, we get matched up against them, and our first game is in Cliff, and we are on the south spawn. Now the first thing we do is try to wrap around and take control of the eastern side, and we hold in the middle, and that looks like a good plan until we decided to abandon the eastern side, which was kind of like a mistake on our part. The advantage they had here is they had a bit more map control because they were also controlling the western side of the donut where the roundabout is anyway. So what happened is the enemy team tries to push into us, but we are holding this position quite well, and we can easily pick them off and deplete their HP pool quite considerably here. Now the team on the eastern side, what they should have done is push forward and try to kill the 907 that was flanking around the northern side, but instead there were too few in numbers. There was just 2 or 3 of them, and for some reason they pulled back and decided to make their way back here, while in the meantime the enemy team has decided not to push us because they realize that they're losing a lot of their HP driving into a crossfire. As you can see, I have guys on my left and guys on my right, and including me, doing damage to them, trying to push into us. Now what we should have done on our side is, those guys on the eastern side, 2 or 3 of them, they should have pushed on through, killed their 907, and continue to apply pressure down into the middle, and we could push forward and eliminate the enemy. But instead we make an error of judgment here. As you can see, this guy I'm trying to shoot at, he's very difficult to shoot at, and he's going to be a nuisance throughout this game. Now the rest of our team has decided to abandon the eastern side, and they are turning back and coming towards us, while the heavies are trying to push in towards the enemy in the middle. Now it's not a bad idea, but what we should have done is completely overwhelm them by pushing over and shooting. But instead nobody wanted to fully commit. I tried to do this here by coming forward. I don't have a depression, so I try to go slightly forward. I get one shot in, and I noticed that I don't have any support from the guys on my left because they're getting shot from the guy in the donut, which has wrapped around and provided crossfire for the enemy team. So right now we're in a bad position because even though we had a 4 tank lead, we have squandered that lead because right now we are all bunched up together in the middle, and the enemy have the crossfire on us. They have the guys in the middle, and the 907 that's in the donut are providing covering fire if we were to push across. And let's not underestimate the 907s. They do reload very quickly, which means they have the DPM on us, and from a 4-0 lead, we completely lost the initiative here, and now we are just trying to back off without taking too much damage. I keep losing HP here because there's a guy sneaking up on the side shooting me. There's a guy on top that's shooting me. I've got to turn my turret left and right and now there's a guy on my left, and as I look left, the guy in front of me just pushes over and kills me, and just like that, we had a healthy lead and we completely lost it here. So that's a shame. But we make a comeback, which is why this video is made. That's why I'm making this video, to show you what kind of lessons that you can learn playing in clans that have a little bit of experience. Now, the clan I'm playing with today, they've been around for quite some time. They don't have a lot of active players, but they do have a core of like maybe 15-20 active players, and I think they used to be very active playing tournaments as well. And that's one of the attractions of playing advances, and that's why I like joining advances and joining into the random queue, even if my own clan does not participate. I like playing in tournaments. I like playing in competitive modes, which is why I like doing this, even if I join a random clan. Now, as you can see on this map, Muravanka, this is the second game. We've sent light tanks down to the middle and to check out the western side and the middle of the map. We have a Super Conqueror and a V4 defending the western side, while we plan to push the eastern side. Now, the light tanks have spotted nothing on the western side and the middle, which means all their tanks are probably on the eastern side right here facing us. And now this position that I'm trying to take here is actually a really good defensive position, which is basically you are going to be hull down and very difficult to be spotted because there's a lot of bushes here. You can double, triple bush. Now my position here is completely useless without that 5A in front of me that is going to be providing the vision. When those guys push forward towards us, I'm going to be able to see them because the 5A is going to proxy for me. Now of course you can push down these trees here and they will provide a little bit of extra shrubbery and extra cover for you, make yourself a little bit more difficult to see. Now as you can see, the enemies are here, they are pushing forward, so they're going to come forward and come face to face, head to head with our team, and our team is going to try and hold them back, and I'm going to be the only guy here that's going to be providing the crossfire. Now if I had another teammate with me, if there were two of us here, we're going to be doing a lot of damage, because not only that they can't see us, but they've got to turn their turret if they want to shoot at me, which means a very good opportunity for my team to do damage on them if they were going to focus any of their attention towards me. I'm going to be a complete nuisance right here. My position here is completely detrimental to their plans. Now we're down one tank, but we have the advantage positionally just because I'm here doing the crossfire. Now I'm going to try and take out the tank that is the lowest HP, which is this guy over here, because it's very important that you focus fire and take out as many guns as possible, because in team battles and tournament games like this, getting rid of one gun is really important. Now the rest of my team, they notice that I'm in trouble and they're gonna try and help me out by killing this guy that's YOLO'd me. He's a very good player and he recognized what an important role I was providing to my team here by giving the crossfire. Now the second guy that comes to YOLO me, he tries to drown me, and my teammates are quick to respond and take him out before he can take me out. I need to get out of the water as quickly as possible before I drown, and as you can see, the 907 with the DPM is going to finish him off a lot quicker because of his quick reload time. I tried to do some damage there, but I completely missed and took his tracks instead, and I'm going to be killed by the artillery before I can continue. And I guess I tried to take a shot, but unfortunately I am done. But this game is won already because we are 4v3, and one of their enemies is actually an artillery. So I'm gonna fast forward this to 8 times, and basically the light tank is just gonna go kill the artillery, and we have a STRV 907 and a T100 LT versus 2 Super Conquerors, which have less view range and slow and cumbersome. Our light tank and medium tank can basically wrap around, outspot them, and wear them out slowly. The STRV has taken up position right in the middle at the lighthouse, and he's going to take pot shots at them and deplete them and finish off the last 2 remaining Super Conquerors. So from this second game we start making our comeback, and let's move on to the 4th game. We actually lost the 3rd game, and this is the 4th game, and we're in Muruvanka South. We've decided to push on to the city from the corner right down the one line, and try to push into them. And if we come across any of the enemy teams, we're just trying to outmuscle them. We're going to have the Super Conquerors overwatch us from the hill here on my right, and we're going to send a light tank or a medium tank down the south to see if there's anything coming that way. So we're just going to push into the city and see what happens from there, whether we run into a scout, a medium tank, or well, we'll see what happens when we push in. And it looks like all their forces are here. They've pushed their entire heavy tank team here. I get some side shots here, so I'm gonna take it. I miss, so does he. He shoots my gun and does a little bit of module damage. I fix it, and it looks like I have an opportunity to finish him off. He is a one-shotter, so I'm gonna go for it, maybe take a shot of damage for it. I take a hit and I bounce 1 or 2. I pull back. My commander is out, so I'm gonna take refuge at this house. I'm gonna be trying to angle my tank against guys on my left and guys on my right here. So to the right and to the left of me, I am in danger, so I need to make sure that I don't give away too much HP. I saw that guy preparing to side scrape, so I pre-aimed that corner to get his frontal upper. And I also got to take care that I don't get artillery by their artillery fire here, so I'm gonna try and stay away from the house, back off from it, because they know where I am. They could drop the artillery fire on me and finish me off. While my team wrap around the southern and east side, we've noticed that they've got 2 conquerors close to their base, which means it is time for our conquerors from behind us to come join us in the front and push forward and finish off everything that is in the city. We would have the numerical advantage here once the conquerors from behind us join us and push into the city, while their conqueror is busy trying to hunt our 907. As you can see, they're pushing into our 907 on the eastern side, and the 907 is doing the right thing by running away, and our conquerors quickly react, join us, and push into the city. Now I've lost some HP, nearly half my HP here, trying to shoot at these guys and survive as long as I can. So the conquerors are going to get here, and they're going to use their superior HP. They have full HP, so they're going to push in, use their HP, take a hit, and deplete the HP pool of the enemy, while I'm going to play more of a supporting role and take pot shots on the enemy team whenever I can, and help contribute to the victory of our team. Now obviously we haven't won this yet, but positionally we have the advantage right now because we have the numerical advantage in the city, and it's possible for us to kill off whatever's left in the city and emerge victorious from the city, and which will give us a numerical advantage to kill the rest. Now as you can see, the 2 of the enemy teams are behind us down south, which means we have the advantage here numerically. So we need to quickly push forward and kill whatever's left. That's it, we are 6-4 up. There's only 4 of them, which means there's 2 behind us and 2 in front of us. So we just need to use our sacrifice a little bit of HP, push forward and kill these last 2 guys before the other 2 catches up behind us. Now once again, even if you are in a smaller, less well-known clan, always try to give your full cooperation and work together with them to accomplish your victory, try to win. In the end here, I almost die, but I managed to find a little opening here. I think I managed to take a shot at that bad chat as he's backing off. Yes, I managed to finish him off, which secures the 9th kill for our team. And I think I also managed to finish this guy, if I'm not mistaken. No, I don't finish him off, but I do get 1 shot of revenge because he shot me earlier. So there is our 2nd victory, and I think at this point it is 2 apiece. And this is our 6th and final game. Now we end up winning 3 apiece here. Now we're a bit out of sorts here. We don't know where to go, and we decide to push down onto the eastern, southern and eastern side, and we're all going together and push into whatever's coming this way. Now I decide to take the top side, because when you're pushing in together, it's best to be slightly spread out. Some of you taking the low ground, some of you taking the high ground, some of you in the water. Now positionally we are actually quite good right now. This is a very good position. We are pushing in. We notice some guys have spotted 2 of the tanks, and when you spot 2 of them, especially if you spot 2 heavies, you know that the majority of you've got to assume that the majority of their team is with them, and they are. Now I'm decided to stay on top here because I want to provide some kind of crossfire once again. And I noticed that my entire team has gone down into that ditch, into the water, which is really bad move. We could have won this game quite easily if I had another guy with me in this position providing some kind of crossfire. Now as you can see, the enemy is pushing into us, but they're not all bunched up together. Most of them are in the water going around the corner, while 3 of them are on the top providing crossfire. So they're pushing in from, although they're very bunched up together, very close by, but they are actually pushing in from 2 positions, from the side and from the top. And I'm the only one here providing crossfire for my team, which means only kind of damage that I can do is depending on my reload time, which is like 10 seconds. So I'm not being as effective as I could be, although I am doing as much damage as I can. But the enemy team here have the advantage because they had the crossfire, and they had the positional advantage when they were pushing in. I'm doing the best I can here, but it's just not good enough because they had the focus fire and they've taken out 4 of our tanks, while we have only taken out 1 of their tanks. So we have less guns in this game, and I'm the only guy providing the crossfire here. I think I managed to do something like 4,500 damage here, but it's still not enough because I'm only as good as my DPM allows me to be, and it's not possible for me to make any kind of game-changing play right now. Although we are 6 apiece, but they have the advantage positionally. They can kill their 907 right in the middle very easily because he's a 1-shotter right now, and the 907 to my right is also a 1 or 2-shotter, 2 shots. And I took damage pushing over the railway line because 2 guys are actually looking at me right now. I have no choice but to try and try and shoot this guy in the cupola, which is very difficult, especially on good tanks like 5A. It's not easy to get their cupola. Once again, I do a lot of damage, but it is not enough to make a difference. And that track didn't help either. I could have finished him off if I had managed to make contact. But anyway, we ended up winning this advance. Again, a David team ranked 20th, beating actually the top team on the top clan on this server. And I think the way it works is, although we won 3 apiece, it's because we won this because we won 3 in a row, and I think that's why we were declared the overall winners. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and the teamwork that goes into these kind of tournament games situations. This is called advances. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.